Hey, welcome to my Scrabble YouTube channel. This is Adam Henderson. Um, and yeah, um, I am Adam Henderson. I make Scrabble content on YouTube. I'm a decent level player. I haven't quite reached the official expert level on NASPA. Um, there's two more games left to show you from the past Crescent Cup. After that, I'll find things to do. Um, I think it would be more interesting, probably, to just stream some of my practice games on Woogles, just to keep the content going. I could analyze more games from other tournaments that I have played in, but those are generally one-day tournaments and less interesting. Before we get into the game, I played with Brett Jackson. He was my penultimate opponent in the Crescent City Cup. Let's take a look at if there's any new players signed up for Nationals this year. Last time I checked, there were 31 players. I check this pretty often. There's 32 now. Let's see if I can figure out who. Might be this person. I don't remember him being signed up before. It's not showing his. Okay. I think this might be the new one. Yep, so there's 32 people signed up now. Give me a moment. The average rating for this tournament, or this division's 1847, so I got my work cut out for me in this tournament. Um, Part of the reason I want to do it is because, one, it will make good content for my channel, just to play the greats, and two, well, the second reason is obviously to possibly gain some rating points. It might be a little bit easier to gain rating points. I only have to win 11 out of out of 31 games. And that could possibly get me my NASPA expert title. And then three, if my rating is going to continue to fall, I don't think it is, but if it does, maybe it falls just a little bit from 1674. Then that means I won't have a chance to play in Division One, because you need to be at least have a peak rating of at least over 1700 to qualify for NASPA Division One tournaments. All right, I said a whole lot. I'm going to take a short break. My overall how I'm doing in my practice games, I feel like I'm doing well at the club, but at the club I feel like I don't, because Seattle does have a Scrabble club. I go there pretty much every week if I can, and Alec is there and he's good. Alex Seaholm is there and he's good at practice, but I feel like, am I really getting good practice? I mean, in a way, it is good for me to go there because, I mean, sometimes like John Shreve will be there, but other than John Shreve coming every once in a while, it's like there's hardly any like really strong players for me to practice against, and that's a little bit frustrating. But so it can be deceiving too, because I can have really good results. Like I think I have someday I'll probably show it to you guys, but I have a spreadsheet where I track my average spread, which the spread just is kind of random. It seems like it is a stat that's interesting. Generally, I want to at least have a spread that's over 0 for that stat. But the important thing is to track actually my average score. I feel like tracking your average score on your spreadsheet is a lot more useful than other things you could track. Um, and I've been fairly happy with it. I think the last 80 games I've averaged about uh, uh, an average of about 430. Now, like, I remember I mentioned this on a YouTube stream once, and Matt Canick called me out and said that can't be right, and he called me out on stream and said that my recent tournament results are not 430 average, and that is true because I'm playing very strong players in tournaments where when I play for practice games, they're not as strong. So, but for my practice games, I do like to keep. Um, I think my minimum that I want to have is 415 for practice games, but I've been quite happy with an average of 430 over 80 games. Um, yeah, I've said a lot of words. Um, I don't know if this game will be very interesting. I'm going to try to go through it as quickly as possible. I don't think this game is particular. My recollection of this game isn't particularly interesting. I think the actually the more interesting part of this video is I already I've already done. But if you want to see some Scrabble, you can keep watching. So this player is Brett Jackson. You can see that he's a 1400 player, low 1400s. I think that's about right rating for him based on this one game. And I wasn't sure about Crampy, so I just played Campy instead. Yeah, obviously Crampy is going to be good. Better if... I'm curious, why not Crampy for 40? Oh, it is Crampy for... Okay, so that is... Never mind. I got confused there. Crampy for 38 is the best I can do. Kept the... I wasn't sure about Campy. RT is a pretty great leave, so that made sense for me. I actually played a phony bingo on my next turn, which guys can laugh at me for. But, like, hey, I mean, in multi-day tournaments, these things can happen. And sometimes I lose self-control and play things that I shouldn't. It just happens. Everybody does it, really. I think I got frustrated because I got a pretty decent rack, and I just I really want a bingo right now. And there's no bingo. There's no bingo in this. There's no sevens either. It looks like a great rack. The O can often destroy great racks. Like there's a really devious, I believe it's this one right here, AEIORTN, and there's a few ones like this. I think if you substitute maybe like an N for an L, you don't get anything. Okay, that one has Eleanor. Yeah, there's a lot of racks like this where... Okay, so there are some that the O doesn't destroy, but a lot of these really solid racks, the O just completely destroys the so it destroys the rack and makes it so that there's only 0 possible 7-letter words. And then you have to rely on 8-letter words, and that's not really a great place to be in, because a lot of times those options for 8s are very limited. As you can see, there's no there's no bingo on this rack, but I did try iterator. This is a very common word if you have a computer science degree like I do. A little bit about myself. I have a computer science degree, but I'm actually just in quality assurance for my job. I've been helping my friend who's autistic try to find a job. It's very difficult for him right now. One of the things I found is that a lot of quality assurance jobs right now require a computer science degree, and my theory is that the reason they're requiring the computer science degree is because they're just getting so many applicants right now that they just want to limit the number of people that are applying for these jobs and the number of people they have to sort through. And that's one way that they limit the number of people that apply, because it is very hard right now for obviously quality assurance, but also just programmers that have been laid off. So it's a tough time out there. I know I've been going to nationals every year now for a while, and it does cost a lot of money to make these trips. I just want people to know that I'm not like rich. That's where I splurge my money on, is these trips, because they do bring me happiness, and it gives, I feel like it gives my life a little bit. Let me put it this way. There was a Scrabble player named Byron Nelson that lives in my area, and this was a long time ago. He doesn't even remember saying it. Well, one time he said, life sucks, so play Scrabble. I think that really does it for me, because like things are not great right now. I won't get into the politics of U.S. politics. Things are not great right now. Even though like the headline numbers of like 4%, 4.3% unemployment, I think that number is probably a lot higher for like recent grads or people in tech right now. A lot of people are hurting, and obviously things are so unaffordable right now. I went to McDonald's thinking that I was going to get I was thinking maybe I could get something with like the McDonald's app, because they say that if you get for fast food, you have to have the app now. So I have the McDonald's app, and I tried to get a egg McMuffin. It was almost, after tax, it was almost $6, and I didn't have enough McDonald's points to get a McMuffin. So I mean, anyway, you get the point. I should get back to the Scrabble. Sorry, I'm trying to make this video entertaining, even though the game itself may not be that entertaining or interesting. I just have to put in my 8-digit code. So annoying that I have to do that. Alright. Please newly. Still have this terrible rack. Probably there's nothing through the L, and there's not. Played Tom somewhere. I mean, you don't want to completely destroy a good rack like that, so if Tom makes sense. And I'm just creating a lane where I can play a 7, an easy 7, if he doesn't block it. And even if he does, I have really good chances of bingoing from the sea. That's what I'd really like to do on my next turn is bingo from the sea down to the triple. Trying to figure out. Oh, he plays Tav. Okay, so he blocks that C. This is his play. Yeah, I mean, trainee, whatever. Like, just play bingo. It's not really that important. Renew seems fine. Not the best leave. He exchanges 2. I'm going to call it a pass. So yeah, I didn't have a great leave after renew, so it doesn't surprise me that I don't have a bingo. Beta is the best I can do. That's what I do. Yeah, suddenly I have 173 to his 61. I was really kind of confused, like how I was getting at this point in the game. I was like, how am I doing so well in this particular game? And I still don't really understand. He must have been really struggling with bad racks. Is the only thing I can guess. It's really hard to know what was going on if you don't know what his racks were. So I'd gripped here. I just missed that. That's definitely the best play. He plays moist. Okay, he does, or this is my, yeah, this is my rack. I didn't find Pellite. I went with just Bell for 20. He plays Zoo for 34. So there's no bingo in this rack. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to probably set something up for my next turn somewhere. Well, that's what I would do if I were playing this game again. I didn't set up anything in this particular game. I guess being up 100 points, I felt like I didn't really want to open the board up too much, and just having the blank and being up 100 points, he's probably going to open something up himself, so I don't need to open myself. So yeah, I guess in this situation, I don't need to open up. He plays Fad. Played Flappier. And the game's pretty much over at this point. What am I? I'm up like 130 points. So I'm just gonna call this a video. Thanks for watching. And the last game against Edwin Roth was pretty interesting. It was a very close game. So Stay tuned for that one. I think I'll just do one video this week. I need to take it easy. I've been feeling stressed out lately. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Put some positive comments in the comments section if you have positive comments. Maybe leave negative thoughts to yourself. And please like the video and subscribe. See you next time.